Morning, everybody. Today is Friday, April 24th. So, I just want to talk real quick about a couple articles that I saw I wanted to share. So, the first one, there's been a lot of people protesting about how they want to get back to work. They want these restrictions lifted about all this coronavirus stuff. And I get the whole, like, we need to be careful. We don't want the virus to spread. But there are areas that are really hurting um, economically, and the virus numbers are low in those areas. I don't see why those areas can't start to be opened up. So there's a bunch of people protesting uh, the other day, a couple different places in New York State. So Cuomo comes out, typical Cuomo fashion. Um, he basically comes out and tells protesters that if if you want to go back to work, to go get a job as an essential worker. Um, so this is from ABC in New York City. It says Andrew Cuomo dismissed the notion that restrictions put in place might be doing more damage than the coronavirus itself. Cuomo was asked about protesters outside the state capital, Albany, who said they were running out of money. While expressing sympathy for their plight, Cuomo said the virus is still killing hundreds of New Yorkers per day. It's not about me, it's about we, he said. Cuomo said the risk of death outweighs economic hardship. So those who want to go back to work should take a job as an essential worker. There are people hiring. He said you can get a job as an essential worker, so you can go to work and you can be an essential worker, and you are not going to kill everyone. I also like how in another article he says that everybody feels the hardship. Um, no, it's not true. Everybody's not feeling the hardship. Um, like Cuomo, Cuomo gave himself a raise. He's still making his money. Um, he's not going to feel the hardship that everybody else is. He's not going to be on unemployment. Going to the food bank. So this pretty much is he might as well get up in front of everybody and just give them all the middle finger and say "f you." Um, that's pretty much what he's doing. So um, while we're on the topic of Cuomo, um, another article I found. So you got people also protesting about PPE, about no, it's the same. It's the same article about PPE for. Let me see if I can find it here. Um, Nursing homes and nurses and hospitals and things like that. So let's see. Cuomo pretty much came out and said that it's not the state's job to supply PPE. Um, yeah, Governor Cuomo says it's not our job to provide PPE to nursing homes. Governor Cuomo says it's not our job to provide coronavirus ravaged nursing homes with personal protective equipment, even as more than 3,000 patients have lost their lives in facilities ordered by his administration. We've been helping them with more PPE, but again, it's not our job. Um, so once again, Cuomo might as well say, give people the middle finger and say, "F you." Okay, and what blows my mind is there are people out there that think that Cuomo is doing like the greatest job in the world, when it comes to this. And he's obviously not. That's an absolute joke. All right, so there it is. There, I found it there. Get my articles mixed up. All right, so let's change gears a little bit here. So yesterday I talked about how Trump basically said that he wants the Navy to destroy any Iranian gunboats that harass U.S. ships. Okay? And obviously, everybody knows that's going to increase tensions. You know, the Iranians are going to respond to that. So they did. Iran Guard commander threatens U.S. Navy after Trump tweet. The leader of Iran's Revolutionary Guard has warned he ordered his forces to potentially target the U.S. Navy after President Donald Trump's tweet the previous day threatening to sink Iranian vessels. So the leader of Iran's Revolutionary Guard ordered his forces to potentially target. Let's see. Speaking to state television Thursday, Guard General Hossein Soleimani warned that his forces will answer any action by a decisive, effective, and quick counteraction. We have ordered our naval units at sea that if any warships or military units from the naval force of America's terrorist army wants to jeopardize our commercial vessels or our combat vessels, they must target those warships or naval units. Yeah, I don't think that would turn out very well for them. Just saying. And then the last but not least, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, or AOC, as everybody calls her. All right. She wants people to protest economic insecurity by refusing to work after the restrictions are lifted. What? You got 26 million people unemployed. All right. People are hurting financially. And people want the economy to open back up so they can go back to work. Now you want them to protest by not going back to work? Are you nuts? I just cannot believe that somebody would say something like this. She says, we're not going back to work in 70-hour weeks just so we can put food on the table and not even feel any sort of semblance of security in our lives. So when we talk about this idea of reopening society, only in America does the president, when the president tweets about liberation, does he mean go back to work? When we have this discussion about going back or reopening, I think a lot of people should just say no. We're not going back to that, she said. It's just insane. Absolute insanity. It's crazy how she would even come out and want people to do that and expect people to do that. People are hurting. People need to go back to work. It's insane. Absolutely insane. All right, so that's all I got for today. I thought I had one more, but I confused the two. They were actually two of the same. One of the same, actually. Just take a quick look at Drudge and see see if there's anything good on Drudge this morning. All right, so we opened. Oh, U.S. deaths 49,694. Yeah, we know that's total BS. Cuomo 21% New York City of antibodies. Let's see. Yeah, it's just craziness here. Nothing really. Nothing really that great. So, um, I guess I'm gonna call it quits for now. Um, he said I'm still working on the Cuomo video. Um, Highlight some of his um, ineptness in this pandemic response. I'll be working on that a little bit over the weekend. I won't be posting any videos, I don't think, over the weekend. Um, and then, so have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you all uh, next week.